Hi everybody and welcome to week 4. This week we're looking at the role of public relations in society, specifically through the lenses of corporate social responsibility and social capital. So corporate social responsibility is the idea that organizations have an obligation to society that extend above and beyond their bottom line. So it's this idea that because of the amount of power that organizations have, as well as the amount of resources that they kind of draw in from the community, they have an ethical obligation to give back to the community. People may agree or disagree with this sentiment, but corporate social responsibility has really become a pretty institutionalized practice, I would say, over at least the last 50 years, so that now anybody who's anybody in terms of organizations, or everybody who's anybody in terms of organizations, has some sort of corporate social responsibility program in play, and it's usually displayed pretty prominently on their websites. Corporate social responsibility is an applied construct that can be linked to the theoretical construct of social capital. Social capital is basically this idea that we are all part of some sort of collective or community, and within that collective or community we have ties with other people, and those ties contain intangible assets such as trust that we can then use in order to gain access to resources when we need them, or to galvanize some sort of collective action. And so Robert Putnam, who is a sociologist, who the author of the chapter that you read kind of talks about, put forth this idea in an article and then later a book called Bowling Alone. And it was just the idea that social capital in the United States is really eroding because we no longer participate in like group clubs. So we don't really go to the Rotary Club anymore. We don't belong to bowling leagues. And that informal communication and those relationships we built up by kind of like hanging out with other people around shared interests, that built up social capital, so that we had people to turn to when we needed to. Now, because we kind of, according to Putnam, sit in our own homes, watch TV, and then you could extend that to go online, we don't have that rich social capital anymore. And if you think about it, do you know a lot of your neighbors? I do now because I happen to live on a cul-de-sac and have kids, but I don't even know all of them, and there's only maybe 10 houses on my street. But before that, I really didn't know any of my neighbors. I know people online, I know people who may be in communities that I've decided to join, but there's not that idea of a kind of natural community or a natural collection of social capital anymore. However, I would argue, and I have in different articles, that we can build social capital online as we disembed from our local networks and re-embed in electronic networks of shared interest. And the idea of using corporate social responsibility to build social capital kind of draws on that. So throughout the lesson and the reading, I try to tie the two concepts together by talking about how organizations can build social capital by building trust through their corporate social responsibility programs. And again, here, just like you may agree or disagree that organizations are ethically obligated to have corporate social responsibility programs and help their communities, you can agree or disagree that you could build real social capital online. Because really, to kind of get on board with the idea that corporate social responsibility builds social capital, you have to kind of redefine trust a little bit, redefine the concept of community. So as you do the activity in the discussion this week, I really encourage you to think about what these concepts mean to you and how you would define them as part of a kind of like mediated, technologically connected world. So your activity is pretty much like your learning the field activity where you created the PowerPoint discussions 2 weeks ago, except you're now looking at the corporate social responsibility programs of different Fortune 500 companies and making an overall statement about corporate social responsibility, what it is, and how it's enacted in your presentation. You all did a great job on the learning the field activity, and what I would encourage you to do this time is to kind of step up the game and really pay attention to the aesthetics of your presentation. And this is because with a communication degree, you're going to go out and probably have to make a lot of professional presentations in your life. And so I kind of want you to get used to the idea of moving away from a series of bullet points to get your points across, and to make it something that's more interesting and captivating for your audience. So to that end, I've uploaded a few sample chapters from a book called Beyond Bullet Points. By no means do I expect you to kind of read them all and know all of the content for this week, but I would encourage you to browse them and use them as a reference as you create your presentations. And remember to either embed audio in your presentation or to add narration in the notes section at the bottom of the slide. Your discussion this week just further unpacks the concepts of trust, reputation, and social capital. And in your discussion, just remember to include a quote from the text as well as a response to classmates. And speaking of discussions, I really enjoyed last week's current event discussion lead. I think that it went really well, and of course it was timely given the Super Bowl. And so this week we actually have 2 current event discussion leads. You can find the links to the presentation in the current event discussion response folder in this week's folder, lesson 4, or week 4 rather. And so you can watch one or both of them and respond to one or both of them. If you choose to respond to both of them, respond separately. So and in your subject line, right, response to James or response to Vivian. So that way everybody knows which of the 2 leads you're responding to. And to that end, remember throughout the semester you have to do 3 responses altogether. So each individual presentation that you respond to counts as one. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop by and see me or reach out via email or phone. Have a great week.